Alright, so the theme of today's experiment is that I am trying to use the Insta360 lens itself as a part of my vlogging setup, which I've put on my helmet. So the reason behind that is that I've got one 360 lens which I'm thinking of making use of in the helmet setup itself, because that would give me a wider field of view, and obviously who doesn't like that, right? So just wanted to experiment and find out if this is going to look good on the helmet vlogging setup. I don't see a reason why it would look bad. So yeah, that's what the whole purpose of this experiment is. And I've just now logged out of my office and I'm on my way back to my home. So by coincidence I wore the helmet today, which otherwise I normally would leave at home when I'm just traveling in the city. Obviously because the helmet itself is quite heavy, and it's quite a pain in the neck to wear this helmet except for reasons of safety. Plus obviously you get a lot of heat trapped inside and your head becomes pretty hot. Don't really wear that unless I'm going out for long distances. But somehow I got late for the office today, so I had to skip the cab and bring my motorcycle to the office, and in a rush I picked up my helmet which had the vlogging setup. So I thought, since it already had the Insta360 camera which was attached to my helmet, why not make use of it and see how the future vlogs are going to look like when I'm making those on my Insta360 camera. So this is just a small experiment in that regard, and I hope all of you are doing great. Hope that summer is not having a toll on you, because here in Bangalore the summers are very steadfast and it's on the anvil, getting hotter by the day, although I'm pretty sure that this is almost the peak of the summer now, and in the next couple of weeks the heat might mellow down and eventually, as is the case with Bangalore, might actually start to rain. So you might all be aware of the current drought-like water scarce situation which is ongoing in the whole of Bangalore and its neighborhood areas. So that's a big problem that the entire city is facing. And what to talk of Bangalore, if you know, a few days back a big city in South Africa was declared a waterless city. So that's how adverse and that's how bad the whole situation is. So this video is not about giving a message to save water, but obviously that's a part of our common conscience in an age where we have exploited Mother Nature to a point where we ourselves have started to face the brunt of it. No one needs to tell anybody about the importance of being a little judicious in using natural resources. So yeah, I mean, I hope that other places don't have to face this bad situation of being scarce of water, but don't really think that this is the time of hoping, especially when we are the creators of this fate of ours. So anyway, coming back to the point, coming back to what the objective of this video is, and that is to see how the video comes out to be with the Insta360 camera. Now, a few days back I got another Insta360, and that Insta360 is going to be going on my motorcycle handlebar, from where I can get a lot of clips, get a lot of 360 views without the dashboard coming in the way. So I'm going to be making use of that on my Interceptor, putting it on the handlebar, whereas this 360 camera I'm thinking of finalizing its place to be on my helmet, so I can play with the view, play with the field of view. I'm actually riding this Dominar after quite a while, because on one hand, where I've started to take the cab to my office, that is my office cab, since that day my normal city bike rides have come down significantly, because the office travel used to be a major or a lion's share of the distances that I would be covering on my motorcycle on weekdays on my motorcycles. So that has come down, and on the other hand, when I'm going long distances, I'm typically using my Interceptor and not the Dominar. So Dominar would be used for very short distances, and I thought this is a good opportunity. Let's just make use of the Dominar today, because if you're not riding a motorcycle sufficiently enough over a period of time, you might give it good reason to develop some of the other kind of fault or issues on it. So it's good to have two motorcycles only as long as you're able to use both of them in a balanced way. So yeah, that's how the story is for my Dominar. And I don't think my video is going to capture any more than 15 minutes of clips. So right now it has recorded about 8 minutes. I have another 7 minutes to speak to you people, but the major reason with which I started this video today was to just experiment with the kind of view that I get on my Insta360 if I'm putting that 360 lens on my helmet cam. Okay, so being a rider, being a motorcyclist, it's always a joy to sit on the motorcycle, and especially the joy is even more if there is a break in between and you get to ride a motorcycle after a break. So for the last almost 2 weeks or so, I have just been riding, or rather I've been conveying to my office on my office cab So today that I've come to the office on my motorcycle, I'm really enjoying my ride back home, and I equally enjoyed my ride to the office in the morning. Although I was in quite a bit of rush while I was coming to the office, right now it's pretty relaxing, and yeah, it's always a joy for a motorcyclist to sit on his motorcycle and go on a quick ride, even if not a long one. And especially if you have serviced a motorcycle recently, it's just like an icing on the cake. Okay, alright, so shall we pace things up a little bit? Let's exert the motorcycle a little bit, because this used to be my primary and only motorcycle when I did not have the Interceptor. And back then I used to really push the motorcycle, if not to its limits, but to a significant amount. This motorcycle used to be pushed. But after the coming of the Interceptor, and after I decreased the use of this motorcycle, hasn't really seen a lot of touching the boundaries. So just like any machine, if you stop pushing a machine to its horizons, those horizons are going to recede over a period of time. So I don't want that to be the case with the Dominar, because I've always loved this Dominar.